Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond Life Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Rustin Reynolds, and we got a good show tonight. Got a great guest with us tonight. My original guest had to reschedule, so I was able to find another one. But before we introduce them and bring them on, we want to plug an event real quick. Um, we had just got confirmed for May 4th through the 6th, Galena Days in Galena, Kansas. It's a big, like, carnival convention. They got rides, car shows, food, you name it, it's there. Come on out, see us, stop by our booth. We'll have the big Beyond Life Paranormal Research Missouri sign out there. And before you Facebook monkeys try to say, oh, they're not really related to the Warrens, we are. So don't even start your drama with the flyer that's out. So, and I'll leave it at that. Our next event is June 20th. We'll be at the Get Haunted event at Missouri State Penitentiary. Investigating with Get Haunted, Next to Kin Paranormal, and the crew. So if you got tickets, come out for that one and see us. Next one is August 8th. We will be at Bordertown Paracon. They do not charge at this Paracon. My dad and I are presenters this year, and I'm also on the ghost panel this year. So come check that out. Um, and then after that, we are at Crypticon KC, big horror movie convention. I saw the gold package for this is already sold out. Um, so come on out. This is the first ever they're doing the paranormal at Crypticon KC. So we are headlining it. And right after that, we are at the West Kentucky Paranormal Expo. My brother from another mother, Kent Wilson's Paracon. We'll be out there with the Wender Brothers, Aaron G. Thompson from 28 Days Haunted, my good friends Outlaw Paranormal, Jimmy and Jeff. So come on out with that. Check that out. We'll have merch out there also for sale and equipment that we build. So, and after that, we will be at Rock Island Paracon this year. Come on out, see us. Um, my dad will be there. I'll be there, and my cousin Kathy. So come on out, show us your support, especially the Rock Island Paracon. David Sloan's going to be out there with Robert the Doll's sister. So, um, great bunch of people are going to be out there this year. I recognize some faces from last year, some good friends of ours as well. So, come on out, show your support for Rock Island, and you'll have fun. So, without further ado, we're not going to keep our guest backstage. My guest tonight, she is the co-founder of Tennessee Shadow Chasers and also my cousin. So she's here tonight as my guest. She was on the show before when I was part of Supernatural Inc. And she's back again. So you new viewers, you'll get to learn more about my guest and Tennessee Shadow Chasers. And maybe a little bit about the Your Shrine too as well, because they do run the events up there. So without further ado, my cousin, Aaron Hale. Hey, Aaron, welcome to the
Hey,
show.
how are you doing?
Good. Got a bunch of people in the chat already saying hello. Hey, Carol. Hey, Gary. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Brilliant. Hi, at the Grub family. Gary says Stanton, Kansas. KT is having a Bigfoot festival on May 30th and the
That's
31st.
cool. That's cool.
And Carol Garcia says
Hey,
hello,
Carol.
Aaron.
Hi, Carol.
So some of my new viewers here that didn't tune into the show when you were on Supernatural Inc. with me,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Tell them a little bit about yourself and how you got started in this crazy paranormal field that we live in.
Wow. Yeah. Erin Hale. I got started. I mean, I've always kind of been attached to the paranormal since I was just a little girl. 3 years old was my first memory in life, my first paranormal experience. And so, but growing up, you really didn't talk much about it because you didn't.
Right.
It wasn't very talked about back then. And I started working once I figured out you could actually go on investigations. I went on my first one actually at the Thomas House, and my second one was at South Pittsburgh Hospital with a event company, which I worked for. After that, I worked for 12 years. And then once that company dissolved, some of us that worked within that company really wanted to still investigate, so we came together and started investigating together. When that's how the Tennessee Shadow Chasers became who we are. And then it's funny because we've changed along the way, and we did the world's largest ghost hunt in Scott County Jail, actually. So we had to come up with our team name because you had to be a team in order to participate. And so we came up with Tennessee Shadow Chasers, and we've never looked back. It's been great. It's been a great ride. It's been a wild ride. It's been emotional. I mean, when you have teammates, you work with them. Like, you have to trust your teammates with your life. Hey, Chris.
Right.
You have to trust your teammates with your life because you're going into these places that could have homeless people in them. They could have demons in them. They could have a large nail sticking up out of a board in it, that you could get hurt on. And so you need to have people that have your back. So, we've morphed and evolved through the years. And I think we've been together 4 or 5 years now. But, I've been investigating for much, much longer than that.
Right.
But it's fun. I love my team. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell everybody what you do up at your shrine.
Well, the Euro Shrine has changed quite a bit, cousin, quite a bit. It's now gone back to private, so it's not open for investigations unless you're invited. So what we decided to do in collaboration with the Spooky Sisterhood is we're having it's called the Smoky Shadows Retreat. And, one day it's going to have tarot reading, aura portraits. I mean, first of all, it's free. All you have to do is find some place to stay the night, and bring something for the crow party. That's it. And you can bring something from the crow party that's literally just like a paperweight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a crow party. It's whatever. But, we have dinner with the beast. Or feast with the beast. Sorry. We're having seances. We're having a ghost hunt there. We're having a witches ball on Saturday. So it's July 16th, 17th, and 18th. And so it's by invite only. So you can't just show up. You have to be on the list. There's a list. So if anybody gets an invite, or if you want an invite, reach out to us on our page at the Tennessee Shadow Chasers. So if you want an invite to this thing, that's how you get in. But it's, like I said, it's free. So, I mean, we can take donations if you want to give donations, but if you don't, you don't. That's fine. The economy sucks right now. And we wanted to bring more light to the shrine, but in a way that it's not, and you're going there on your own free will, basically. You're not paying. There's no money exchange here. This is all free. So it's just a way to say thank you to the paranormal field. Thank you to people who are interested in learning more about the paranormal instead of just thinking it's Aunt Susie. There's so many different layers of the paranormal. And
Right.
and there's so many different walks of people that are into the paranormal that we just want to bring everybody together. So it's going to be a really good time. So go to the Tennessee Shadow Chasers Facebook page, hit us up if you want to be invited, and then we'll invite you. You accept the invite. There you go. And everything we're doing tarot jars, we're doing classes on things. Ghost Hunting 101, if you don't quite know about equipment and what to do. The Wendigo brothers are going to be there teaching a class. Yeah, we have burlesque dancers coming to the witches ball. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a great, great time. So July 16th, 17th, and 18th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can attend one night, 2 nights, or 3 nights. It's up to you. Yeah,
Oh, that sounds like an awesome event.
it's gonna be a time. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, there's tarot
Yeah,
reading classes.
we
Tarot reading classes. There's tarot jar making classes. I'm doing both of those. You've got past life regression going on. Um, God, there's so much. It's gonna be fun.
we'll have to shoot for next year to try it because I know our schedule is so full this year. So,
Yeah, yeah. You guys do have a really full schedule, don't you?
yep, we're booked.
Yeah.
My friend Jeanette says, "I don't even know how you have time to sleep. You're so busy."
Right. You are. But you always find time for your podcast. You do great.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, you do a good job.
Yeah, we stay busy nonstop. We even got residential cases we gotta go do.
Those are tricky, aren't they?
Yeah,
That's Chris Perry, the Underworld Ministries is going to be there too. That's exactly right. Yeah. So there's a lot of people that are going to be there that you're not going to want to miss.
yeah, they're tricky residential cases.
They really are. They're rough because some you don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but the reality is you don't know if it's something explainable or unexplainable.
Right.
And when it's something totally explained, we went to a house case once and the woman, God bless her, she was an angel. She really was a good lady. But she had neuropathy. So that's when your fingers and feet and stuff go dead at random moments. And she was on medication that made her see things. You know, that's one of the side effects. And she, God love her. We had to tell her it's not, your house isn't haunted. She was so disappointed. She really was. She wanted it to be haunted. But when we explained, you know,
Right.
she lived right by this big electrical thing, like a transformer's, like right outside of her door. Right. So out of her house, and it was just like, oh, honey,
Oh, I bet that was throwing some EMF off.
bad, bad, like really, really bad. Yeah.
Sounds like a case we worked in Indiana. The lady was on antidepressants and
Yeah.
swore she kept seeing this little girl appearing in the corner of the room, and she had her kids taken away. She claimed it was
Oh,
due to
no.
paranormal activity, and she wanted us to sign paperwork so she could send it to the courts. And I'm like, courts aren't gonna
They're not going to hold that valid in court. I mean, they say it, they're just not.
laugh at you. Like, what do you got paranormal investigators signing paperwork stating it's paranormal activity while you got your kids taken away? Well, the
Right. Right.
apartment's just like that case you worked. It was so full of EMF fields. It used to be a factory at one time, converted into an apartment building, and I mean the panel to the apartment is right there in their kitchen, and I mean that thing was for my Mel meter to spike up high EMF readings, and you know it's a high EMF field because those don't
Yeah. Yeah.
react not like the K2 does, and
Right.
thing was just spiking off charts. So we left, went to eat, come back. She said she saw the little girl in the corner. So I had a DVR camera pointed right at that corner.
Mm-hmm.
So I rewound the footage, and there was nothing.
Nothing there.
It was her medication doing it, and
And it'll do that. It'll do that. And you not even realize it until you go through something like that.
her boyfriend went through all the electronic smoke detectors, and he yanked every plug on them, so they're throwing off EMF throughout the apartment.
And you feel bad because you don't want to go in. Sometimes you go in and you're just like a little skeezed out by some places. You know, you're just like, oh, I don't want to sit down. I really don't want to sit down here. I think I'm going to stay in this entire investigation and not touch anything. And it's not trying to be mean. It's not, but there you have to find a way to be polite, and you have to find a way because they're inviting you into their home and trying to get help because they truly believe that there's somewhere that's haunted. But then you have to tell them, here's some stuff that could be going wrong, electrical and ABCD kind of thing.
Yep.
And so, but then sometimes you go into a place and you're blown away and you're just like, I don't ever want to leave. I want to stay right here. I want to talk to them all the time. So yeah, it's a crapshoot, isn't it?
Yep, especially that one. We went in the kid's bedroom and we saw why the kids were taken
Oh
away.
yeah.
I mean, it was disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, it's awful. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah,
You just
we've been into some doozies of houses that were not safe for people to live in, and
right, right. You're like, how? Listen, I understand you think you have spirits, but I think you probably need to be more concerned with all this mold, and these cockroaches. maybe, maybe let's start there.
yeah, this place was filled with cockroaches. This other one that we did, and they were living in only one room of the house. The house really needs to be bulldozed,
Oh,
and they got a little
shush.
2-year-old running around that place.
Oh,
Guy's got a chainsaw sitting on the floor, and the little kid's grabbing the chainsaw.
what?
And we said something to him about it. Don't worry about it. He didn't care. The mother, she's over here illegally from the Philippines.
Oof.
So her baby was born here. She come over pregnant. Well, this guy, there was more going on than what paranormal stuff was going on that we ended up.
Yeah, you're like, should I report this? I kind of feel obligated to report this. This
Yeah,
is one of the things.
I mean the dog. They wouldn't let the dog outside. The dog ran the whole upstairs. They shut him between the
Oh, that poor dog.
and
Mm.
we
Oh,
we decided to go upstairs, take a look, and the smell just hit you.
yeah.
Yeah, Arizona, we're on Fridays also, and, we walked up there, and, I mean, the amount of dead rats that were laying all over the floor and the dog feces.
No.
We're like, "Well, we're not investigating up here tonight."
Mm-mm. No, I've seen enough. Yeah.
And
Not even a ghost would hang out here. Just saying.
when his when his wife got home, I mean, we had a little bit of paranormal stuff we couldn't explain going on in
Hmm.
the kitchen, but when his wife got home, that's when all the stuff got brought to light that the husband was pimping his wife out for money,
What?
and
What? What?
yeah, he was pimping his wife out for money, and he would sit there and watch.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
yeah, he was watching, and we're sitting there, and this ball comes rolling out across the floor, and right away we're looking like I'm like, that can't be that's not paranormal.
You're like, that's a rat.
Yeah, I see a nose stick out, and it's a damn rat, probably about that long.
No, no. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. That's
And
so bad. No, no. I don't know. The paranormal, there's like there's a lot going on in the paranormal world right now. You know it,
mhm,
and it's disappointing. It's so disappointing because there's a lot of us that don't feed into that stuff, you know?
yep,
And so we were talking earlier, you and I were, and it was, we were talking about how there's just no room. If we're in the paranormal, it's still a small enough circuit to where
yep,
news travels really, really fast. So if you're going and you're collabing and you're meeting with people that you've hunted with before, or investigated with before, or not, the last thing you want to do is bring drama
yep,
because it makes all parties look bad.
yep, exactly.
And there's just no time for that. There's just no room for that. And on top of that, this conversation I had with Beth Moore, and it was one of the most enlightening conversations I think I've ever had in my entire life, because I've always wondered, and I'm sure you have too, and a plethora of people have wondered, what did they see? Did they see us like how we are now, or did they see us? Did they see our souls? What do they see? And they see colors. We're all different colors. We all have this aura about us that when you go into a place, you want to be shining as bright as you can. because you want them to talk to you. You want to have that experience with the paranormal. So if you walk into a place and your mind is clouded from stuff that happened in the day, things that upset you, made you mad, made you question, and then you top it with gossip and drama
Yep.
about somebody, that's so negative that it's going to dull your light so fast, you're hardly going to have any activity.
Right.
And it'll serve you right because they're not going to want to talk to you. So if you go into an investigation like it's almost like it's your first, and you're just ready to talk to them and you leave everything at the door, everything at that threshold before you cross it, the entire day before you walked in, just leave it outside. And you just go and enjoy and have a good time and bond with people and experience amazing, amazing things. Because you remember, Russell, when you started, let's use a cat ball for an example. Okay. So when you first saw a cat ball go off in a direct, like it was a direct answer, and it did this a couple times, I believe all of us a majority of us anyway, our minds were blown.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see that go off? Or the first time a dead bell rang, or in correlation with a question, or anything, anything. Now it's like, can you do that again? Can you do that one more time so I can validate that you're real? Don't come at it like that. That's, you have to an extent, but think outside the box. Think of different questions. Think of,
Yep.
and then, if you combine all that stuff together, you're going to have a great investigation. But drama is
Yep. Exactly.
bad idea. Bad idea. I don't play with that stuff.
I mean, like at the event we were just at, that funeral home, there was drama there, but we made the most of it.
That's right. You just steer clear of it.
Yep, our group went downstairs to the basement. And we had a ball. We were getting activity, and we were just having fun.
That's it. End of story. Just enjoying.
Yep, we did. We had a ball down there, and we got some great evidence. We were live actually,
Mm-hmm.
and the video's on my YouTube. We were live from there. I was live on StreamYard, and a
Yeah.
lot of my viewers that were watching were hearing voices coming through,
That's so cool. I
and
love that.
we weren't hearing them. I mean, my digital recorder died within 5 minutes of being down there.
Really. That's impressive.
Yep.
Was it fresh batteries? So you had to put fresh
Yeah,
batteries in?
fresh batteries and everything before we started.
Mm-hmm. That's impressive. I like that.
We had cat balls down there too. They were going off.
That's so cool.
Our homemade REM pods that we built, they were working. They were actually going off too.
How long did it take you to learn to build those? Please don't
Uh,
tell me 5 minutes. No, you would probably be like, oh, I just looked at it and was like, this is how you put it together.
no, it took a little because all them little circuits, they're color coded, so you have to put them in a certain way and solder them. If you don't, it heats the capacitor up. So it took about one trial board, and then
That's really good though.
we've got it.
That's
The
crazy.
cases took a little bit,
Yeah, I bet.
3D printing and stuff like that,
That takes time.
the light, the measurements, and all that. You gotta be
Yeah.
precise.
Yeah.
But we made coffin ones about that big, and they got little skulls going around the sides.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then you've got one single antenna, which is removable, so you won't break it off or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then
That's so cool.
ours, you know how most of them REM pods got that annoying me sound.
Yeah.
This you can change it so it plays music.
That's so nice. Way to go. Great job on that.
So
That's
and
good.
your 9-volt battery is easy to change in the dark. It sits in the bottom of the tray. You just undo the one screw and you just turn the slot, pull your 9 volt out, slide a new one in, put it back
Good
on,
to go.
you're tight.
Yes. Easy, simple.
Yep.
That's
We
so
made
nice. Good job.
Oh, we got more coming out.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah, we got more equipment we're working.
Nice.
We're building
Nice.
our own ghost radar.
That's cool. Are you serious?
Yep, we're working on that now. Now I've got another one that's I'm keeping under my belt because this is my design
Yeah, yeah, no.
that we're building. So
Nope. Not a word.
all I
Don't
can say
tell
is this
anybody.
would be a must have for any paranormal investigator.
What? What
This
you're making?
Yep,
It's a must-have for every parent. I'm not even gonna attempt to guess. You know why? Because I don't want anybody to find out until you're ready, until you have like a patent on this thing. You know? That would
yep,
be great. That would be great. I'm not saying a thing.
yep.
Mm-mm.
I've got it all designed already. I've got all the circuits designed, everything.
That's awesome.
Put it this way, it's an all-in-one tool.
Nice. Nice. I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be neat.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be pretty cool.
And I'm also building my own version of a cat ball and dead bell,
Cool. I can't do any of that.
my own
That's why
spirit
I buy
animal.
it because I can't put that stuff together. Listen, I tried to make I made a REM pod out of a stuffed animal and a doorknob chime that you put on a doorknob, like so if
Mm,
somebody opens a door, it goes off, right? And I got it off Amazon, and it's just so loud and obtrusive, and I hate that sound, and I don't know how to program anything else. So it's just like,
right.
nice, nice try, Aaron. Way to go. You tried.
Well, I just had a code circuit board too.
Yeah,
That's a task in itself.
that's cool. Way to go. Way to go.
So we'll have more stuff coming out soon. It's in the works. So
Perfect.
and we got t-shirts too. We do merch now too.
How do you sleep? That is a very valid question. When do you sleep, man?
I don't
Ever?
know.
Never. He's just like, I don't know. I blink out like every 5 minutes. And, oh, okay, there we go. I'm good for another 8 hours.
Coffee and adrenaline.
Yeah, yeah. Hard workers.
Well, when we went to Mortuary Manor, my cousin Kathy, we drove all night. We left about 9 o'clock from Missouri and made it into Toledo, Ohio about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez, it's a long way to go.
Yep, driving all night,
Mm-hmm.
about 10-hour drive, 10 or 12. It was about 12.
That's crazy. It's a long drive, but sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah,
It's not always in the budget. It's not always in the budget to fly. You got to get to these places, and you want to go. There's sacrifices that have to be made.
well,
So you know what? You just iron butt it. You just put your
can't,
butt in the seat and go.
you can't bring your paranormal equipment on a plane. Airline security will flag you real quick.
Yeah, no, it makes me nervous when traveling on a plane with equipment. It really does because you never know. They might be like, "Oh, no, this looks suspicious," and then there goes your equipment. You know? Yeah.
But yeah, they will flag you real quick. That's why we drive pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. We do too. I mean, we flew to Salem for a vacation though. We went on like a all girls vacation. Some of the girls on the team. So that was good, but besides that, we drive everywhere.
Right?
We
Uh,
drive. Mhm.
We do too. My cousin Kathy, she used to be a transit bus driver for the tour bus, and
That's a rough job to have.
so that lady, she drove all the way to Toledo. She wouldn't even let me drive.
Really?
Some of the
I would
roads.
have been asleep. I would have been like, I'm going to take a nap back
Yeah,
there.
every time I tried to take a nap, her and my dad had it set up every time I'd start to nod off because I worked that day. I
Oh,
worked
no.
from like 4, 5 in the morning, I think. No, 6 in the morning till 6 at night because I
They didn't like do one of these numbers, did they, with the steering wheel?
and makes
Are
your
they
head.
really? No. No. Oh, no.
Yep, they did that.
No. That's so bad. so bad. Bless your heart.
Yep.
I bet you were so mad.
My dad was away, and I'm like, rub my neck because my neck hurts. I'm snapped back up.
Dang, man. Stop it.
The funny part of that event, the Airbnb there, we were investigating the Airbnb that Friday night.
Yeah.
The owner said we could stay over in the other Airbnb for the night, so we set out equipment because people had died on that side of the building.
Oh, yeah.
There was a dentist office that used to be there, and he left the office one day, never to return.
Mhm.
Again, he got killed in a head-on collision.
That's so sad.
2 people died of suicides there, one hanging and one arsenic.
Oof. That's
A
sad.
Civil War soldier died there as well, and then Mr. Ubansky's 7-year-old son died there of leukemia.
Jeez.
So we were investigating the Airbnb. We had the REM pod set out, and because a nun used to live there as well.
Jeez. That's a lot of death.
Yeah, even the church across the street seen its share of death too. There was a riot there, and that church was connected to the funeral home at one time,
Yeah.
and they kicked out the head priest. Guess he was doing some shady type stuff, Catholic priest, and in the Polish district, and so the parishioners all rioted, and there's
Yeah.
2 of them got shot and killed by police, and then the church got caught on fire, the parish house got caught on fire.
Jeez. That's
Did
crazy.
that, but so they did they were doing, like, 5 funerals a day in that place.
5 a day?
Yep,
God, that's a lot. That's like an unnatural number. You know what?
and
That's not good.
that place there was a team there Friday night that we were there. They were from Michigan, Macomb Paranormal, and,
Mhm.
I was talking to him, and, I told the one guy, I said, "Put your REM pod over there on that ice coffin over there,"
Mhm.
and he did, he put it there, and he went to start filming it to see if he can get some evidence,
Mhm.
and his camera died, and,
Of course it did. Of course it did.
I told him, I said, "See, I told you, that's why I told you to put it over there. We got some stuff over there earlier." We got to walk around the whole museum that Friday, after they did the tours.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Todd, the other owner, he was like, "You're more than welcome to walk around, take pictures.
Yeah, man.
You wanna
That's awesome.
play around with your equipment, go right ahead."
Yeah.
Saturday, he said the same thing before the event started. Corey, the other owner, he's like, "You wanna walk around with equipment, do your thing, go ahead."
Okay. Thank you. You're right. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, I'll do that.
He even
Yeah.
gave me the keys to the building. I had the master keys to every door in the building.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. Don't you love when that happens?
Yep, and but
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There's a place. Have you ever been to Cabin on 360?
no, I haven't been there, but I hear a lot
Mm.
about it.
Yeah, it's in Mechanicsville, Virginia. It's awesome. And this place is like clean. It's clean because there's the cabin and then there's the house. And I can't, her name's Melissa, and I can't think of her last name, but she was this little girl who, she's 12, 13 years old, and she was murdered by her. She was assaulted in a specific manner towards, and then he murdered her because he
Oh,
was high on something like cocaine or something. And she's really cool. She's there, and there's somebody in the basement as well, but she's really a really fun spirit. I would recommend anybody go to the Cabin on 360. It's great. That one really stuck with me. I didn't think it would. It would stick with me as much as it has, but that place was really special.
yeah, I've heard a lot about it, but I've I've always wanted to go check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely one to see. That's one to go on the list. If you haven't been there or you don't have time this year, I would definitely look into it for 2027.
Okay.
Definitely. Because it's worth your time. Because there's two buildings. You have Melissa's house and then you have the cabin. And then the cabin has had several things go. It's more so the lands for the cabin.
Mhm.
There's a lot of soldiers out there because there's a field behind it as well. And they've also just made this beautiful garden that's in the shape of a butterfly with stones and flowers and mulch and everything. It's beautiful. It's really neat. It's a very special place.
Yeah, that's like Mortuary Manor.
Yeah.
We were looking at one of the pictures, and my friend Jeanette, who was one of our VIP guests, she captured this picture. And if you look at the rim of my hat, she's
Is that not your hat?
I'm wearing the same hat right now. This is the same hat I was wearing.
Hmm. Lord, you're looking at where they embalm people.
Yep. That's where we were getting all our activity was in that room right there.
Really? I could only imagine. I grew up in a funeral home. Every other weekend, I stayed at my grandma Hannah's house, and she rented out. She worked for the funeral home, and there was an apartment that she rented in the funeral home. And so, yeah, I mean, I was around that stuff forever. That was amazing.
Oh, they still have everything there, all the embalming fluid, set up all
That's
the tools.
cool.
They got
Yeah, I like
autopsy.
the tile walls are real pretty. I like those. Those are cool.
And now the other weird part of this picture, nobody was using flash.
Really,
That room is dark. All the lights are off.
and nobody had a flashlight. Nobody had
Nope.
a flash on the camera.
Nope.
That's weird. That's a wild. That's a good picture. I like that.
And if
That doesn't even. Is that you? That doesn't even look like you.
that's me.
It does not look like your face at all. You know it?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. There's something right next to me. You can see like my left foot's blurred out. If you look halfway up by my knee, you can see like a black hand.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, but it's weird because you do not look like yourself at all. I'm serious. That's weird. That's a very strange picture. I like it. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, we couldn't explain that. And there was another one, if I can find it. I was laying on the body slab, and
With the one of the ones that in this picture?
yeah, it's. I have another. I have a picture of it where Jeanette had taken a picture of me laying on the body slab,
Creepy.
and how you see that white glow on my hat. That white glow is there again,
Really?
and it's like something was following me,
That's wild.
and we didn't notice it until after she looked at the pictures.
You looking for the picture right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
And place has got it was originally a mansion at one time.
How did it turn them from a mansion into a funeral home?
And it's 1897. It started as a mansion.
Mm-hmm.
The Ubanskis bought it in the 20s, and they ended up turning it into a funeral home, which they still
Hmm.
they're still in business. They decided to
Really?
close this one, and they still have another one in Toledo. And
Wow.
here's the other picture. Now, if you look at the rim of my hat,
Huh.
same
And
side.
there's nothing reflective on it or anything?
Yeah,
That's so interesting.
'cause here's the hat right here.
Yeah, that's strange. Very strange.
But soon as I got and laid down on that slab, all the electronics started going crazy. My phone went crazy, kicked me off StreamYard.
Wow, that's interesting. That's cool.
It
I love investigating. It is so fun. Isn't
it
it
could
just the best?
it
And you're
could
sitting there talking to dead people,
right. Yeah,
because you sit there and think, I mean, what is death? I don't think I think they're just on to the next level. I seriously think that they're just leveled up. I believe in God. Okay, I am a Christian. But I do believe, but I do believe that there's so much more than we understand. And it's just the beginning.
yep,
You know, we cry when we lose people, but it's just the beginning for them.
yep. They're
So
still
they're like a full step ahead of us,
yeah,
right?
they're still around. I mean, my mom
Yeah.
my mom's passed on. She passed on in 18, and several people have spotted her with me.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Carol's seen her a few times when we were on video chat.
Mm-hmm.
I had a client see her standing next to me at her house.
I mean, you can't dispute that. It's your
Mary
mom.
Mary Lynn Bass, when she was a guest on my podcast, she saw her standing behind me with her finger going like this.
Uh-oh. You said something that you were not supposed to say.
Maybe.
You got in trouble. She was like, no, 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 no. Nope. There's 5 stages of death. Death isn't that's right. Christy, I believe that 100%.
I do too.
100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe we're making yep. And I believe in that too, Carol. That's it. Because you can't destroy energy. It just shifts. It just changes. So I mean it's just the beginning. And how exciting is that? I mean, it's just so exciting. I don't know. I mean, it gives hope. It gives me hope. It gives me, I don't know, because when we watch this on TV, they like over sensationalize it. And
Yeah,
so, and they're there for a week and then they put together a truly 45 minutes worth of show with commercials and everything. It's like 45 minutes, right? And so they might get 2 or 3 things and it's way over sensationalized. But in all reality, when it's better if you're just investigating and you're not watching it on TV, because when you're investigating, you're there and you go through everything because it's not like the shows.
right.
But I don't know about you, but there's investigations that so much happens that it's mind blowing.
Oh yeah,
And
I mean, you could have it all pop at once, and then other
yes,
ones you could be sitting there for hours and
and
nothing.
nothing, nothing, just nope. It's crazy. I mean, it's. I think it's important to recognize that there are different stages that you can go through as a paranormal investigator. Because when you first start out, you're super stoked. You're so excited. And you're just like, you know, filming everything and taking pictures of everything and just going over everything over and over and over. And you're just stoked about it. And then you go through the stage where you're like, I just want to enjoy the moment. I just want to live in this moment. And then you go through a stage where you're just kind of like, why the hell am I traveling like this? Spending vacation time, money I don't have. Why am I doing this? This is a waste of my time. Do I really need to do this? And you can get frustrated when nothing happens in several different investigations in a row. That's torture. I mean, there's a lot of experiences that we all go through.
Yeah,
That's why we really all just need to help each other along because there's so many different aspects. There's so many different techniques. There's no one proper way to investigate. I don't believe there is. And you can learn something from everybody,
exactly.
so damn it. I wish everybody would just get along. And if you don't like somebody, that's okay. Just don't share the same airspace as them, right? stick to yourself or stick to this group over here or something, and just it doesn't mean you have to trash people or have to talk bad about people. Just
Exactly.
live and let live. You know, we're all adults here.
Brilliant had a question. How do y'all feel about ghost box apps on phones?
I'm not an app user. That's just my personal preference.
I mean, I've used Necrophonic.
Hmm.
I've had some good luck with it, and then sometimes I've had others where I question it. Like
Yeah.
same with the now, like the ITC TV box I use. I was very skeptical on that until we captured the picture of Robert Burdella and was able to confirm it with the Missouri State Penitentiary staff.
Really?
And yeah, I was real skeptical on that. I was like, no, that what that does is scans white noise and it shows like a TV. And when it
Yeah.
picks the EMF field, it snaps a picture and saves it right to your camera.
Really? So that's nice. That is nice. Some of the apps, though, some of the apps, it just, I
But
don't know.
there's others that are fake.
Yeah, there really are. And some of them are fake, obviously fake. Like it's a hoax, like a joke,
Mm,
haha kind of thing. And then, it's like, I don't know, like they can pre-program words and stuff to hit at the right time. You can time it, and it's just really disappointing because it's under the guise of it trying to be a real tool. So because you just can't gauge the integrity of the people creating the app. You hope they have integrity, but they probably maybe don't. So I don't play with apps. That's just me. Other people might, and that's fine.
Now this is Robert Burdella, our well-known Kansas City butcher.
Look at that.
That's his mugshot. Here's the comparison.
Look at that. There's two faces.
Yep, the right side is Robert Burdella.
Wow. Look at that. You can see.
Yep, and that was caught on that app.
That's cool.
So
That's really cool.
I was like I said, I was skeptical on it at first until that.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Like Christy says, the real
The
tool.
real
Yep,
Yep. I like the way you think, Christy. I think the same. Yeah. I mean, we're on the same wavelength here. Yep.
yep. That's what I like to do. Even when I first start off, I don't run any of the equipment. I go in a room and I'll sit quiet,
Yeah.
listen
Yeah. That's the best.
to the building, and
Let your senses take over, right?
yep,
Yeah, it can be really intense, and I know it's hard. You can't really, if you're out there for evidence, it's very hard to gain evidence if you're using yourself.
yep.
But to experience that is such an amazing next level thing. It's amazing. Uh-oh. Look who it is. It's Jimmy Ricker.
Uh-oh, it's the trouble.
Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's Audra. Hey, Audra.
Hey, Audra,
Yeah, man.
we got the troublemaker in here.
Lord have mercy. Bless us all.
Hey, I get stuck with him in Kentucky in September.
Oh, that'll be fun. Where are you guys going?
We're going to West Kentucky Paranormal Expo.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. That's
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
that's Kent Wilson's Paracon.
That's cool.
Jimmy and I are both speakers out there.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. Nice. Jimmy in the house, y'all.
Yeah, he always makes a mad entrance.
He does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right. All of us, all Audra, me,
Hey,
you, Russell, we're all here. Uh-oh. The talk on the beginning.
I think we should call us all the Outlaws. what I've been calling myself this year, the outlaw of the paranormal. Playing by the rules.
That's right. Yeah, kind of.
Live the outlaw life.
Right. Right. Yeah, it is, Audra. That is dangerous.
But
Yeah.
I also had a good teacher too, Rob Dermarest.
Do what?
I had a good teacher too, Rob Dermarest.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
The bad boy of the paranormal.
Yep. Yep.
That's my
Oh, boy.
that man speaks his mind and he speaks fluently.
Yep. You're not wrong.
You ever see him on a podcast? That man eats podcasters alive.
Does he really?
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, no.
Give me what rules? Exactly, what rules?
Right. The rules that you're supposed to go by that you don't, Jimmy.
He's an outlaw.
That's right. It goes with the territory, doesn't it?
Gary asks, what is
What's
next?
next on my to-do list? We're going to some good places. We've got Coalfield Manor coming up. Post Town Elementary School coming up. We got the Demon House coming up. The Smoky Shadows Retreat is the top of the list, and I can't express to you all again how much. And there's new people in here, so I really have to express to you guys, if you want to go to the coolest retreat you've ever been to in your life, and it's free because we love people, networking with people, and people having a good time and experiencing new things, and the energy of the Euro Shrine is just untouchable. Oh yeah, we're going to the Euro Shrine tomorrow night. We are actually, but it's untouchable, and so we want everybody to enjoy themselves. It's the economy sucks right now. It's very hard out there for everybody. So all you have to do is find your way to Bristol and find a hotel. End of story. Everything Thursday, Friday, Saturday, July 16th, 17th, and 18th. It is free. You have to be on the list to be able to get in. So if you want to get into this Smoky Shadows retreat, reach out to us on our Facebook page at the Tennessee Shadow Chasers on Facebook. And then, yes, you're gonna be invited and you're gonna have a great time. So definitely put that word out there. Another demon house. I remember the one from Michigan. Where is it? The Monroe House. It's nicknamed the Demon House, but it's the Monroe House.
Oh, the Monroe House. Yep.
Where is that at? Indiana? No, I'm gonna have to look this up now.
I think that's Indiana.
I think it is. Monroe House. Yeah, it's in Indiana. Hartford City, Indiana. Yeah. Or Monroe, Indiana, yeah. So it's a good place. We've actually got it for 2 nights. Because sometimes you go, and if you go for 1 night, it's not the best, and you have an extra night to kind of be like, all right, let's get this really going. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, Jeanette's been there.
The Nickerson Sneed. Yeah, we are doing the Nickerson Sneed before the retreat. That's going to be fun. The Nickerson Sneed house is amazing. Knocked my socks off. I was not expecting this place to be this active. I wasn't expecting it to be anything that it was, but it was intense and it was so cool. But it wasn't like there was no ick feeling, because sometimes you go into places, you have that ick that kind of sticks to you a little bit. This place isn't like that, and it's clean and it's nice and you can stay there. It's an Airbnb, so it's definitely worth your time.
Jeanette said the old Blackford County Jail across the street is very haunted too.
Yeah, we did that when we went. Oh, when we went, somebody had the flu and didn't think it was the flu. They thought it was something else. And we all got the flu. We were at Hartford. We were at the Blackford County Jail. And then the next night we did the Demon House, because Jeanette's right. They're right across. Like, you can see them from each other. You know what I'm saying? And, oh, man. We had the flu, so that's another reason why we're going back, because this time we're not going to have the flu. So we'll be able to be more focused, you know.
Christmas
You went to
Day.
investigate the abandoned towns that are in Oz. Where is Oz?
That's saying we wouldn't dare. That's telling us to do it.
What?
Investigate it.
Yeah. I want to
There-
know where Oz is. Town here. Is she in Australia? Is that what you are? Yeah. I've
Yep.
been to Australia. I went to Australia. I started out, this is when I was 18 years old, and I spent 1 month in Australia. And I traveled from Cairns all the way down to Geelong, Melbourne, and then Geelong. And we did the Sydney Harbor, of course. And oh my God, so perfect.
Well,
Blessed. You're blessed. Huh?
Rob Demarest did it out there. He was on that TV show Haunted Australia for a while.
Yeah.
They investigated some crazy places on that show.
Yeah. There was a bar that I went to called Lammy's, and it was in Melbourne. Was it in Melbourne? No, it was in Geelong. Yeah, and it was called Lammy's. We do need to go to Gilchrist County Jail. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. I've heard stories of Gilchrist County Jail.
I've heard of that place too. I'd
Yeah.
go to Florida and investigate also.
Mm-hmm. I used to do the Hamilton County Jail down there, but I guess she closed it. Across the pond, Carol. Here. Yeah, but Florida has some decent spots. It really does.
Yeah, I know
There's
they've
so many places to investigate.
you got the lighthouses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, we got a lot of places. We've been going this entire year, not the whole team, because of finances, because of responsibilities, stuff like that. But some of us have kind of overdone ourselves. Audra and I have really put in an ungodly amount of time and investigations. She and I have an addiction to the paranormal, and it's it's definitely an addiction, you know. You think, oh yeah, we do know a guy that can get us in there. Yeah. But yeah, so but we've really done a lot. We've really some months we're doing two things, some months we're doing one thing, some months we're doing three things. It's just one of those. You just can't, you can't pass up a good deal.
Right.
On a location, or if someone's like, hey, we've got a couple of extra spots open if anybody on your team wants to come investigate. And we're like, okay, no problem.
Yeah, we get invites out here too from our friends Penn Paranormal and
Yeah.
all the time, but with us being so booked up, it's hard to get away to do it.
Right. It is. It can be real hard. I think we're pretty blessed here in Tennessee because we're around a lot of different places.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
Virginia, you got North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. It's all right there. There's so many places, and so much from the Civil War happened around here that
yeah,
it's endless.
yeah, Gary. I'm familiar with the Smurl haunting because me being related.
I want to get there so bad. So bad. Absolutely, I do. There's somebody, Chris Mack. I talked to him, and he did the Smurl house, and he loved it. Loved it. He said it was active, like not a dead moment. No, no pun intended. Not a calm moment. you know.
I can imagine a lot of people say it's a hoax and all that. It was fake. I believe that Ed and Lorraine encountered something out there. I don't believe it was a hoax.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot. I mean, there's a big split on Ed and Lorraine. Okay, and there's of course people who believe in what they did, and then there is people who don't believe what they did. They think they were scammers. But there's one thing that cannot be disputed across the board, that they shed light on the paranormal. They're some of the OGs.
Yep, they
You
are.
know, they really knew how to get word out there. I mean, they did great. And so whether you believe that they were real or not has no bearings on the fact that they shed light onto the paranormal, and they allowed us to do what we do now by bringing it to the forefront of society. That's a huge deal.
Yep,
So
exactly.
whether you believe they did it or not doesn't matter. That
But
doesn't matter.
what's funny it is too is the ones that say this stuff never they never knew the Warrens. They never investigated with them. They never
Mm-hmm.
went to the museum. They never actually talked to Tony Sparrow or talked to John Zapp or
Million
any of
dollar. Yeah. Look, did you see that? The $1 million question?
them.
Listen, I'm in East Tennessee. We can be kind of feral. I'm just going to tell you. It seems normal to us.
Well, I found out we got them here in Missouri.
You what?
We got feral people here in Missouri also.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, East Tennessee is the kind of special kind of people, but we're also very nice. But yeah,
We got the
hey, the
ghost.
Appalachians, being in Appalachians, the mountains, I'm telling you, that's a place. That's a
Oh, yeah.
place. You got to know where you're going. You have to be careful. And when the sun goes down, it's not very friendly. I don't care who you are. You got to be careful. Those woods, that's
Especially
dangerous.
if you stumble on a moonshiner.
Oh, well, my ex husband and I, when we would go riding on the motorcycle, we would pass houses and it would be just like you see it, that there's the whole family sitting on the front porch. You know,
Oh,
they got a gun in their lap just in case. Because listen, you're out in the wilderness. You might have bears, you might have cougars, anything can pop up. So you have to, of course, you have to protect yourself at all times. But yeah, they'll give you a look like, yeah, you need to go on. Other things here, all but fair people.
my
Yes, Shirley and Richie. Yes,
brother Richie,
moonshine.
he's a moonshiner.
I love moonshine. That's the best.
I got to try some of his moonshine.
Really?
Hmm.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah, it was
I'm gonna
good.
say it's good because he's listening. I'm
It was,
kidding.
my buddy Rich is known as the redneck pimp.
As the redneck what?
Pimp. He's got the whole redneck pimp club, everything.
Way to go. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
He's saying
Bravo.
he's a stand-up comedian for the military. He does a lot of stuff for the veterans and stuff because he's a veteran himself.
That's cool.
So he does a lot of stand-up comedy shows, and
Nice.
he doesn't live too far from me. Him and I are pretty good buddies, and
Nice.
his nephew used to work for me, and him and I became good friends. His brother Dale's the redneck asshole. That's what Dale.
Oh, that's great. Great.
Moonshiners all year round.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got to keep people like us happy with moonshine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jimmy.
Moonshine's good. It's a great drink.
I know you're still watching. Remember, you're supposed to bring me some to Kentucky this September.
Don't forget.
Supposed to bring me some of that paranormal moonshine.
Yes, it's good. Did you try that? Yeah, that moonshine candy is good too.
Yeah, he told me he makes moonshine candy.
Listen, that stuff's very, very good. It was so cute because we went to the Thomas house and he gave the kids there some moonshine candy and he was like, "Don't get drunk," and of course they start acting like they're drunk, which it's not. I mean, come on, it's in the candy. It's not like it's yeah. But it was so funny. But it's good candy. It's really good. It's very addictive. Yeah, Audra, that's right. That's it. It's good. Yeah, props where props are due, right?
Right?
That's good stuff. Yep, I need some more of that. Work on the moonshine and run around the paddock.
It'll make you howl at the moon, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
it does. Turns you into happy people, wild people.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
But can you imagine some of them moonshiners back in the Appalachian Mountains in the middle of the night? Some of them crazy stories they got, stuff
Oh
they
man.
got there.
Yeah. And how they transport it, right?
Yep.
They had to transport it on different. I mean, they were sneaky. They had to be. During Prohibition times too. I mean, they supported a lot of people drinking moonshine. Yeah, it's so good. I love moonshine. Look at that. We're here to talk about the paranormal. We're talking about moonshine, right? Because
Right?
it's good. It's good. It's
Well, you
good.
figure the moonshine ties into the paranormal because, I mean, your moonshiners are in them backwoods all hours of the night, and they're
Yeah.
Bigfoot and Tennessee Grass Man and Tennessee
Like, could you imagine? What if you were like, if you were cooking some shine, you're stealing some shine in the woods at night, and Bigfoot comes, but you can't scream because it's a moonshine still in the woods,
Yep,
right? You don't want to draw attention to it. And so you gotta, oh, you know, what would you do?
right?
Right? Could you imagine?
I mean, not only that, you got Bigfoot creeping up on your still site, and you're thinking it's law
Give
enforcement,
him a drink. Yeah. It's like, here, take a drink.
and you're thinking they're thinking it's law enforcement creeping around, and
Yeah. And it's Bigfoot. I
yep,
tell you what, man, if I ever meet Bigfoot, because I believe in Bigfoot, I do. If I ever meet a Bigfoot, I swear I'm going in for a hug. I know who's probably, I don't know, he may not be friendly. He may be friendly, right? So it's like, why not go in for the hug? If I die, at least I have a great story going out.
right,
How'd you die? Bigfoot killed me. You know what I mean? Bigfoot ate me for lunch.
right.
Anyway, I got to touch his fur and give him a hug.
Well, back then they were accused of taking babies and eating them
Yeah.
back in the 1800s.
Yeah. What about some of those stories? Some got in the woods and they camp out too close to some. Yeah, right. They never go home.
Yeah, they
They
never.
magically either they get a job working for them and they, love their life, or they become a story.
Right. I mean, that's like they say them feral people that live up in the hills of the Smoky Mountains. And
Yeah. Wait, look at that. A cool obit. Yeah, right. That'd be the best. Taken out by Bigfoot. Okay.
well, we encountered a Bigfoot going to Gettysburg last year.
For real?
Yeah, about
No way.
1 o'clock in the morning, traveling through the Allegheny Mountains of Pennsylvania. And the roads go up the mountain, and they got 45-degree turns and all kinds.
Yeah.
And I was focused on the road, and my dad spotted it. My headlights hit it. It was squatted down, reaching in a trash can at the end of the road. And
No.
when my headlights hit it, it stood up and it had the trash can lid in its hand. And it looked right at
No.
my dad and curled its lip. And my dad goes, "You never believe what I just saw." I said, "What? A Bigfoot?"
Bigfoot.
And he said the arms were way out to here on it.
That's so
Chest
cool.
was about that wide,
Yeah, that's cool.
and he stood probably about 7, 8 foot tall.
Yes.
And I wanted to turn around and go back.
I would look like a toddler. Pick me up. Pick me up. I'll
I
bring you any trash panda food you want. Just pick me up and give me a hug. I remember one guy went out to some paranormal research in the woods. You know what's weird? I'm reading that. You know what's weird? We were at, well, I probably shouldn't tell that story. I'm keeping that one to myself. I don't want to talk about our location.
Yeah, Yowie's big in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have the Momo monster here.
The what?
Momo monster.
The Momo monster. What's the Momo monster?
That is our Missouri Bigfoot. It's not like a traditional Bigfoot.
Really?
Wonder-
You know, when I was a kid, my sister she made up a creature called the Gila monster. I didn't know it was a real thing. And we lived in Minnesota in the time, at this time, and she used to, in the wintertime, asshole deep snow, okay?
Mhm.
And I had one of those nightgowns on, those little polyester, like strawberry shortcake nightgowns, right? And she'd boot me outside of the house, and I'd be like beating on the front door to get in, and she would say, you know, the Gila monster is coming because we live near a creek.
Mhm.
The Gila monster is coming to get you, Aaron. The Gila monster, the only way that you can save yourself from the Gila monster is if you take this entire bag of flour and you pour it on yourself. And she'd shove it out the door and shut the door and lock the door. It was like a like one of the storm doors, you know.
Right.
And damn it, I would take it and I would dump that whole thing over me. I'd get in so much trouble. She'd be like, "Mom, Erin took the whole bag of flour and dumped it on herself. She's so weird." Knowing that I thought a monster was coming to get me. Jeez, siblings.
Yeah, our Momo monster is a little shorter. Got 3 fingers on each hand, 3 toes on each foot, and it's got glowing red eyes.
Really?
And it's supposed to be known to be real aggressive, kinda like the, one that's down in Arkansas, Bigfoot. Aggressive just like
Really?
the Boggy Creek monster.
Really? Tennessee, you know, Cleveland had Tall Betsy. Cleveland, Tennessee. And Tall Betsy comes out on Halloween. She's a witch.
Well, this is supposed to be what your feral people look like.
What the hell is that supposed to be?
That's one of the feral people in Tennessee
Oh,
and
that's my
Smoky
neighbor. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's Larry. Are you kidding me? Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that's what the feral people are supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's creepy, isn't it?
They're supposed to live in the mine systems there in the Smoky Mountains.
What if they do? You know, there's always going to be the
Right.
possibility that that story is a story because something like that's truly happened. Kind of like a disclaimer on coffee at McDonald's is hot. You know what I mean? Like, of course it's hot. Maybe these things really do exist. It's so exciting because there's so many different layers to the paranormal. I mean, there is just endless things that, yes, like shapeshifters, yes, you know, skinwalkers, that kind of stuff. And, you know, I go into these kind of things like fearless in a way because I don't know. And it's probably really bad to be that way. You know what I'm saying? But you get yourself in situations that aren't the best. But still, on the flip side, it's an adventure. You know, let's
Yep.
just give it everything. Let's go in and let's try to figure this out. Is there a skinwalker here? Is there a feral person here? Let's find out.
And
You know,
I believe in skinwalkers because my
absolutely, I do.
Native American heritage. And we dealt with a skinwalker case here in Missouri.
Really?
It was haunting a cemetery, and my dad got pinned up against a tree. Now, you see a red-tailed hawk land up in the tree. If you walk towards it, that thing's supposed to fly away. Well, my dad walked towards it, and the thing disappeared. And then he was pinned up against the tree, and then something had him by the wrist.
Really?
And
Wow.
so we managed to get it away, and he was sick for the rest of the night. He stayed in the vehicle for the rest of the night. And my team members flagged me down. They said, "Hey, we keep hearing something by the woods." So we go back by the woods. There's that same red-tailed hawk sitting in the tree right there looking at us.
Whoa.
So that night after it got dark, we did the investigation, and one of my members former members decided, "Oh, I'm gonna go off on my own, go down here." She was behind
Mm.
me in under 5 seconds because she heard the
See,
scream.
that's just unnatural. That's creep-tastic, you know? That's creep-tastic. And he's saying, what's my take? Do I have a take on the women who got attacked in Oklahoma, alleged Bigfoot attacks? Some say dog and stuff. You know what though? Seriously, you're gonna know if something's attacking you. You're gonna know if it's a human.
Yep.
You're gonna know. You're gonna know if it's something that's huge, something that's really giant and big. So, I don't know. I really do believe that she could have been attacked by something unnatural. I don't know necessarily if it was Bigfoot, because I don't think I want to. I want to believe that Bigfoot's nice. Okay, I really do. But that's just a hope and a wish of mine. But yeah, like dogmen or Googway. What is that? Gugwe, Googway.
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but listen, if it's a dog is going to make sounds like a dog. If it's some sort of cat, like a cougar or something, it's going to make sounds like a cougar. But if it's something big, like Bigfoot, I believe it's a possibility that happened. I really do. Could
yeah.
she be lying? She could, but I don't believe she is. I believe she's telling the truth.
This is the Momo.
Ooh, but he's so fuzzy.
Yeah, he hasn't been spotted since the 70s. That was the last sighting of it.
Wow. Could you imagine if something like that came up to you in the woods? I'd melt. I'd be a puddle.
That one you
That,
wouldn't
a Momo like that? Yeah, no.
you wouldn't want that one coming up on you. That one
No.
would be apart.
Mm-mm. Nope.
You'd be
That'd
done.
be terrifying.
There was a reporting here, the last one I think was like I wanna say 73
Mm-hmm.
here in Gallatin, Missouri. They spotted a Momo. That
Mm.
was the last they've ever seen that one. Most of it's just been a regular Bigfoot.
I saw that comment. That made me laugh. I peed a little. Uh,
Well, it's eerie back in the woods. I mean, I've been in the woods since I was 6,
oh,
hunt
yeah.
hunting with my dad, and I mean, when them woods just go silent, you don't hear a bird, you don't see a
You don't
squirrel.
hear a cricket. You don't hear anything.
Yeah,
Not a tree frog. Nothing.
chances are you're experiencing something that is not natural,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, a hair standing up on the back of your neck.
That's when your body's telling you something is here. Something is very unnatural. Something is paranormal. It's not normal.
I can remember we were deer hunting one morning, and it got daylight, and we had game cameras out, and they pinged to my phone. Well, my phone went off and said movement, and I look at the picture, and we're thinking maybe it's deer.
Mm-hmm.
Big, long, probably about that long, about like that, white mist floating in front of the camera,
Oh, beautiful. That's so
causing
cool.
trigger motion. And then when it finally left the camera, it come towards the front of the deer stand where we were at. And we could see it just float right across, and then it just disappeared.
Wow. I bet you were just frozen watching this go down.
Yeah, we were like, we thought it
Wow.
was at first, and then moving weird for fog.
She's, I didn't hear about that story but I mean, it could have happened. It could have happened.
No, Christy, I would have had to jump out of a tree because we were in a tree stand.
Yeah.
But
But
I
what
don't
if it was the three-fingered monster? What was it? A Momo?
the Momo monster.
Yeah. If the Momo monster was coming at you, what would you do?
That's right.
I'd curl up in a ball and just start praying. Be like, just let it be as painless as possible, please.
I'd try to shoot him or trap him so I can turn 'em in.
No, not me.
"Hey,
I
I
can
found
yeah,
'em."
they can be like, "You know what? I'm toast. I cannot no. You're gonna just completely snap me in half. No, thank you." Just
"Yep, Twisty, don't pet the Momo."
yeah, no. Yeah, right.
I do
I do
the
the Harry Holds. Hey, speaking of Harry, that's like the movie Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why I want Bigfoot to be so nice. Maybe because I grew up where Harry and the Henderson was a cool movie. Yeah, can I pet that frog? Can I pet that frog? That's a fact. Aw, tell your son happy birthday. That's
birthday.
great. How old is your son? We'll see. He'll answer. But yeah, so maybe that's why I want him to be nice. Yeah, I did too, Christy. That was a great movie. So yeah, I
Well,
think that yeah.
he is 9.
9. What a great age. He's almost double digits. You're gonna need to get him a walker soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Here, Momo.
I don't know if I would wanna challenge the
Yeah.
Momo. I'd be maybe a regular Bigfoot, but not the Momo or the Boggy Creek monster.
Yeah, no, that's like fight or flight comes in. You're gonna fight or you're gonna run.
But did you ever see that Boggy Creek monster movie that was kind of based on a true story?
No, I don't think I have.
It was, 2 brothers and a sister. Their mom passed away of cancer, and she wanted her ashes spread up at Boggy Creek where their cabin was.
Hmm.
They decided to take this road trip up there. Well, on the way, their car breaks down, and they're out in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas, and the brother decides he's gonna go hike to the nearest town, which is about almost 20 miles away. Well, he's
Yeah.
going to encounters the Boggy Creek monster. That thing takes him and throws him like he's nothing.
Really?
He stabs it with his pocket knife and phase the thing. He makes it back to the car, and they're in the car. Boggy Creek monster shows up, and that thing flips the whole car over.
Dang.
They're in an SUV, and that thing picks it right up and flips it right over like it's nothing.
Jeez.
And then they managed to get behind trees, and it was throwing rocks at them. And the older brother gets it again, and the Boggy Creek monster gets on him, starts beating him on the chest and all kinds of stuff.
Jeez. And well, you're not Kentucky. Did you hear this possible monster attack? No, I am missing all of this news. What the hell is wrong with me? Where, I mean, I need to catch up on that stuff. That's really cool. That's kind of cool. You know
Well,
what?
like our Missouri Bigfoot researcher Carter was telling me, he leads down in the Mark Twain National Forest, which is down in the Ozarks. He had a group out there, and he had left the game camera out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he went back the next day, and there was all these rocks lined up on a log, and it counted everybody in his party that was with him.
No.
The doctor that was with him was separate from that group. He was on his own, and he put the separate rock out for that doctor. And the game camera, he got a picture of a hand on there, on his game,
Really?
Bigfoot hand.
That's so cool.
I might still have it because he was a guest on the show here. I may still have his pictures that he sent me. And he was
That.
telling me he's got a client that he works with that does homesteading,
Mm-hmm.
and they got a juvenile that would come raid the greenhouse, and it would go in there and indulge himself on all the vegetables, fall
Mm-hmm.
asleep in there, and they got a picture of its face where it pointed its face at the plastic of the greenhouse to look out and make sure it was free. So
Really? Really?
here's his picture.
That's kind of ape looking almost.
Yep, that was the hand he captured on the game camera.
Well, yeah,
He,
because that
he's got more than 1,000 reports published for the state of Missouri of Bigfoot sightings.
man, is there like a special food he likes that you can attract him? Or because I want I want to meet Bigfoot so bad. I really do. The swamp ape in Florida. That
Yeah,
sounds terrifying.
my cousin Dawn Baynard, she tells me about skunk ape in Florida. She smelled them before.
What is that? Shakes door handles. Door handles so because other people so they can't rest researchers. That's wild. I tried when I was growing up in this house for 3 years. I lived in this house in Bettendorf, Iowa for 3 years. It was tremendously haunted. This house was very, 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 very haunted. And it was the spirit of a woman. So I just recently, before we sold our house and I moved out of the house, I sent a letter to the people who live in the house. I just addressed it to the current residents because I don't know their names, but I know the address. Oh, that's cool.
That's the picture where it would look out through the greenhouse.
It's creepy. That's creepy. Look, you can see the lips and everything.
Yep, it would press it up against there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm supposed to go out on some researching with them.
Man, that'd be so cool.
And then with red dirt cryptids out of Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
they're wanting to try some paranormal equipment on Bigfoot investigation.
That'd be so fun to go. I've never done a Bigfoot investigation, never in my life. And I think that would be so damn fun. I think it'd be great.
There's a handprint.
What the hell? Look how high up that is. Is that handprint? That's so wild. I would love to see a Bigfoot. Yep.
Yeah, I wish I had a dash camera in my car that night when
Yeah,
in the Allegheny Mountains.
that's really neat. Yeah, that's huge. Like, even if somebody had jumped up there or crawled on something to do that, that would be really hard to get in that kind of shape. I mean, you have to sit there and no, that's look at the size of that thumb. Like that thumb on forehead, he could just go pink. He's got such big hands. Wow, that's really cool. Oh, I lost your sound. I can't hear you, Russell. Oh no.
There we go.
There you are.
Yeah,
Very good.
that's definitely a male Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now he's starting to get reports of dogman sightings.
He what now?
He's starting to get a lot of dogman sightings here in Missouri also.
That's cool. That's so scary. I mean, but what if I do believe, and I know there's a lot of people who agree that, who's to say that Bigfoot is not his own timeline and he crosses into ours, and that's why they seem so elusive because they'll blink in and out of our timeline because it might intersect just briefly.
Well,
So that's a big possibility.
Carter said the one that he saw, it was upright on thermal,
Mm-hmm.
and it started shrinking, and then it shrunk to an orb, and then just vanished.
Right.
So,
It could be something that's on another plane or another timeline, and it just, you know, just for a brief moment, we share the same space.
and he says also Bigfoot hangs around cemeteries quite a bit
I believe that.
because the one down in Mark Twain National Forest, now this cemetery sits all the way in the woods. You have to hike to it.
Yeah.
And the Bigfoot bent the tree over in the shape of a cross.
Wow. Wow. That is big. Yeah. I went to a cemetery. Let me look at the name of this cemetery. Now I can't remember, but it's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Does Aaron have her own channel? One of the top researchers. I don't have my own channel. No. I'm not fancy like you guys, okay? I'm just a lonely little me. But there is this cemetery called Crown Hill Memorial, Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis, Indiana. And this is where John Dillinger's grave is, right? John Dillinger is like public enemy number one. That's where this came from. It's from him. His girlfriend ratted him out. He was a gangster. And so, oh yeah, that'd be cool. Gargoyle sightings. But this cemetery is beautiful. Crown Hill is beautiful. I mean, you walk in, or you like drive in, and these huge stone arches are there, like these concrete arches, and that cemetery is beautiful. And they keep the whole thing up. Their landscaping team is immaculate. They do a great job. So if you guys ever go to anywhere near Indianapolis, Indiana, stop at that cemetery. You can spend hours. And yeah, yeah.
That's like the one in Louisville, too. You spend hours in that cemetery as well. That's where Muhammad Ali's buried and
Mm-hmm.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. Because you know what we like to do? Our team likes to do something like when we go to an investigation, um, either the day before or the day after, we like to take some time out and we like to experience something that we would never experience back at home, right? That's local to this area only. And you know, we went to the Golden Palace in Ohio, which is where the Hare Krishnas are. You know, we experienced that whole thing. That was kind of cool. What do they call a type of canine? I don't know what's there. Canine out in the woods. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so if you go, it's really fun because it's good for the local economy as well. So if there's a haunted location, you can go support something else that helps the haunted location stay open a lot of the times. You know, just by having, as long as you behave right, you know, and you're not going and acting a fool to play at places. But you know, we went to the Edgar Allan Poe Museum. That was really cool because I mean they had stuff from his life right there in front of you. Edgar Allan Poe, really, you know. So we love to go on investigations, and then we also like to take in some local scenes just to enhance the entire experience. It's really fun to do.
You're all right, Kathy. He's always late.
It's okay. We're just chit chatting. Welcome to the conversation, Kathy.
That I don't know about Canaan, but I know you guys got the Wampus cat out there.
Yeah. Well, there's oh my gosh, what is it called? The Wyuter. So in Lynchburg, Tennessee, Jack Daniels has this Wyuter festival every year. And a Wyuter is is like a, yeah, it might be, that might be what it is, because it's like a cat. It's like a giant cat,
The Wampa.
and it's called the Wyuter. And it's really, it's kind of cool. And they have this whole big celebration. And if you're a squire of Jack, my ex-husband's a squire of Jack Daniels. So, you know, you get invited to this thing. You may get to go, you may not. There's limited tickets. But yeah, they have like Wyuter stuff everywhere. It's really cool. But that might be what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know that Wampa cat got extra legs,
Yeah.
and it looks like a mountain lion, but with extra legs. And
Yeah, that's wild, isn't it? You know what I think is the scariest thing in the paranormal, though? Seriously, running children's sound of feet. The that sound
yep,
is so scary. Have you ever had that come up behind you and you like it's you can't be fast enough. You're just not fast enough, so you just kind of freeze like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's terrifying.
uh, one school I worked at,
Do what?
the one school I used to work at was that way. You'd hear kids running down the hallway.
Whew.
I'd be
Oh
there till 11 o'clock at night by myself.
no.
My first week there, I didn't know anything about it, anything that that place was haunted, and I was working in the home ec room.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to go to dinner. I shut the door, shut the lights off, go to dinner. 30 minutes, come back. That door's open,
Mm-hmm.
bathroom lights on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, ah, maybe a teacher came in or something. And next thing you know, I'm hearing kids running up down the hallway. So I go running out there trying to catch them.
Mm-hmm. And they're not there.
Nobody there.
They'll be there. Yes. That's terrifying. You
I
hear
went,
me?
I went to the superintendent the next day. I said, "Are you aware of what's going on in here?" I said,
Yeah.
"Hearing kids running up down the hallway and there's nobody in here." He goes, "Well, I'm aware of the phantom basketball that bounces in the gym at night."
What?
And
Like you didn't think to mention that to me before I started this shift alone?
he was
You
like,
know, that would have been good information to have.
he says,
Thanks, boss man.
uh, "Oh no, I'm losing the custodian." I said, "You're not losing me." I said, "I chase this stuff.
Right?
I investigated." I said, "It's bad. I got to go chase it because I'm curious."
Right.
And he says, "Oh, as long as it's not bothering you," she says, "many people have left here because they can't take that being here by themselves and all them sounds." I said, "You mind if I set out cameras at night?" He says, "As long as you're working, I don't care." I,
Nice.
I brought in the woods game cameras and I'd line them all up in the hallways and in the gym, and
Yeah.
I captured some crazy evidence out of there. I got a video of a millimeter on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
pod going off, and then you see this white orb shoot right in front of the camera
Really?
coming from the millimeter.
That's cool. I like that.
And then the game cameras, they picked up, and you know how they react to motion.
Oh yeah.
This picked up this little girl standing down at the end of the hallway.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Ooh, you know that happened at Rugby, Tennessee, in the Newberry house. They actually had to put a deadbolt on this door in the kitchen because the door kept opening up and they would lock it. You know, you could lock it with like a simple, like a
Mm,
just a passage lock, but it kept opening. Well, my friend Kim had set up a trail cam and the trail cam caught a headless child. I wish I would have known I was going to be talking about this. I would have tried to find that picture and send it to you. But it's a very cool picture because it's a child reaching up. It's a little kid reaching up
mm,
and going to open the doorknob, and but there's no head to the kid. Like it didn't materialize its own head. But I also caught in Rugby, see that picture right there?
yep.
That on the wall is a picture of a child at the door at the Newberry house when there were no children in the house. None.
Wow.
The kid's head is just above the doorknob, but you can see its head and shoulders. And I think it's the little boy named Hiram. I think he was 12 years old when he died. He actually accidentally shot himself in the chest with his gun because they were hunting. And I think his gun, something happened with his gun and it went off and he shot himself, or his friend shot him or something by accident. He died by accident. So he haunts that place, and Rugby, Tennessee is another one where you guys really need to go experience it, because you can do the schoolhouse, you can do the welcome center, you can do the Kingston Lyles house, you can do the library, and you can do the Uffington house. So you have 5 buildings that you get to investigate in one night. So it's really, really cool. And then you can stay in the Newberry house, and the Newberry house is haunted as well. So you're staying at a haunted location. You're investigating haunted locations. It's like a win-win. Can't lose. Apologies. Aaron is a ghost researcher or paranormal field? I'm just a investigator, but paranormal. I eat, breathe, sleep, dream, watch. I'm a lifer in the paranormal field. Anything I can learn. I love learning about stuff. I do. I love learning. I love researching things. I like different techniques. I like just different ideas of the paranormal world. And it really gets me super excited because it's just bridging a gap of communication between the living and dead. And so the fact that you're sitting there talking to the dead is so exciting to me, because it's just, I don't know. It's just, different religions. I can learn about different religions and different types of hauntings, and anything I can learn about. I just soak that kind of stuff up. I'm addicted to it. Hi, my name is Erin Hale, and I'm a paranormal addict. This is my first time in this meeting. That's me. That's me. It drives everybody around me nuts who's not in the paranormal. They think I'm weird. Yeah, Jeanette, it's the best, isn't it? Because there's so much to learn. Nobody's a professional in the paranormal. Okay, we've been there. We've been around the block several times. We're used to it. We can become jaded, blah, blah, blah. But there's no one answer for the paranormal. And that is also very exciting, because it's such a small subculture still to this day that, everybody's input is so important, and it's so vital. That's why, Russell, I was telling you earlier, there's no place for drama in the paranormal. And like Audra said, nobody's an expert. Nobody's an expert. Just because you have one way of investigating, like I know some people who love to investigate in a very specific style. And that's great. It doesn't make them right or wrong. That makes it their style. My team, we like to laugh and have fun, and we like to kick up some activity by including the spirits and not focusing on only their death. Focus on their life, talk about stuff that they might know about. And so, there is no expert way to do it. And everybody investigates differently, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful.
I did that at the Glen house when I investigated with.
You went mute. There you go.
Yeah, my equipment's crapping out for some reason. See, we're talking about ghosts, and my house is haunted, so they start playing with my equipment. I can go nights and they don't touch it, and other nights they start messing with it.
Well, hi, spirits. It's nice to meet you.
So, but yeah, I mean, even at the Glen house, like Garrett didn't want to talk to Kent, but as soon as I mentioned about cars and he loved cars, he was into cars, and I used to race, so as soon as I started talking about that, activity picked up with him. It was a conversation he was familiar with.
Yeah.
And
yes, Carol. Oh, that's so important. Thinking outside of the box. If you're in a prison, you're not going to be like, how are you doing today? Is everything okay? You're going to be like, what's up, man? Talk to him like just talk to him. When in Rome, right? And you think of
Right.
different questions. Think of different questions. Put yourself in the mind of the haunting.
I'm an expert when it comes to paranormal.
He knows
Probably,
enough not to be around them. Yes.
yeah, they probably eat me because they're cannibals.
He also asked, what was my first exposure to the paranormal genre? My first experience. my Yeah, right. My first experience at 3, because there was this woman who haunted our house, and she liked me. And so she'd come into my bedroom every night and she would rub my shoulders. And I thought it was my mom because we weren't allowed to have night lights.
Hmm.
So I thought it was my mom. And the only way that I could get her to stop, because it would start irritating me, was if I crawled under my bed and I slept under my bed. So yes, I was the weird kid who slept under her bed. I wasn't afraid of what was under there because it was me. you know? Yeah. Yeah, that was my first exposure to the paranormal. And that kind of, and sometimes I wonder if she's the one that, I don't know, like, because of the connection I had with her, is
Right.
she the reason I can see spirits? Is she the reason I can hear them? Or that they'll show me things? Because what I do is like they just show me snapshots of pictures. It's not like I can give you lotto numbers. That's not how it is. And I'm no special than anybody else. Everybody has abilities. But yeah. Not true. They jump the gun on that straitjacket sometimes, buddy. Sometimes they're a little too quick on the draw.
Well, you should have saw the comment he put in my chat when I was live from Mortuary Manor. Oh,
Yeah,
you're scaring the little children. And I said, you know I am. I'm Nightmare Before Christmas.
that's right. Russell, scaring the kids. Come on.
Oh, I used to
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's like my neighbor's son where I used to live. Growing up, my dad had a story about the pond in the woods just to scare the neighbor boy. He'd tell him, and it's my stepbrother's stepbrother, and he would say to him, "Yeah, you go over there and mess in that pond, and you mess with the guy's frogs, he's gonna come haunt you."
Oh,
So
uh-oh.
he had this kid believing it even when we were teenagers.
Really?
And the one night, my dad and I snuck up to the house. We had this old man's mask on, and my dad
Oh, no.
scratching on the
Please
window,
not.
on the window, and they had red outside light out there, and my dad peeks the kid peeks out the window, and my dad peeks up at that old man's mask, and he says, "It's the old man from the pond."
I should have listened. I should have respected him. What was wrong with me?
Boy, that kid,
Damn it.
he
I'll never not listen again.
his pants, he was so scared.
Yeah.
That shows how you can psychologically implant something in someone's mind and run with it to make
Yeah.
them actually believe it.
Yes. Like my father raised me to believe that chicken came from a cow. So guess what? For years, I thought that chicken came from a cow
Yep.
simply because my father told me so. Oh, yes. That's
But
a fact.
that house
But what about that theory? What about that theory when you can this is a really cool theory and I really put stock into this that say there's a place that's not haunted, but it's advertised as haunted. So all
mhm,
these people come in and they put all this energy into all of these investigations. Can all of that energy create its own haunting?
it can, yeah. I
I
mean,
love that theory because I do believe in that can happen.
well, look at your dolls, like Annabelle, for instance.
Yeah,
Energy was manifested in Annabelle, and Annabelle became a demonic energy now.
right. Right. So even I mean that could happen anywhere.
Yep.
And that's a really cool theory. I mean, because it becomes something that it never was. It never is, it never was, it's never existed.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden it does because of energy.
And then you're advertising it as a haunted location that wasn't haunted, and then you've got these teams going in there doing their spirit communication stuff, whether it's
Yeah.
Ouija boards, seances, spirit boxes. So you're inviting them spirits to come in. If you don't properly close it out, you brought that spirits and you just created that haunting.
Yes, you did. Yeah, there's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of responsibility when doing stuff. You have to know. I mean, and it's kind of one of those things you learn along the way, you know. Yes, ultra dimensional. Yes. Look, you'll have to stop now, he says. That's so
I
funny.
told you I'm the nightmare before Christmas.
That's right. Yeah, it does. It becomes its own entity that never was. It was just created by energy.
Yep. You walk into someone's house, an alternate reality.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the truth.
I mean, walls hold energy. Wood holds energy. It absorbs it.
Right. Yeah. Or yes, yes. Yes. There's so many different amazing theories out there. And when you think about it, when you truly sit down and think about them, you can go, this has some validity behind it. This could actually be something. So they could be onto something here,
Right.
you know?
And that's even why your demonic is rare too. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah, but when you run into a demon, at least I, have a totally different head to toe reaction to something demonic as opposed to a
yep.
human or elemental or something like that. And it's just not a good feeling. It hurts. Like it hurts, physically hurts my body.
Hmm.
And that's when I know. That's when I know I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready for this. I didn't think this was going to be going on. Yeah, poltergeist. Poltergeist, that's right, Carol, because there are kids, by the way, who are going through puberty and things of that nature, and they cause a poltergeist. It's
And
nothing at all except for energy from the kid.
even an adult can create a
Yeah.
poltergeist.
Mm-hmm. Jeanette, I guess, yeah. Mine is in my back of my shoulders. So something bad, something evil, like a true evil, is around my shoulders and my shoulder blades. It feels like someone's taken a baseball bat to it and they're just hitting it over and over and over and over.
And like
It's rough.
me, it feels like someone took their fist and drove it right here.
Yeah. Isn't
And then,
that wild how our bodies can do that?
and
How
then
we've all been gifted with that.
pressure on my chest and
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's really cool how the human body is able to pick up on that. And you can it's palpable. It's amazing to me.
I mean that's like how Lorraine Warren says it takes a little piece out of you each time. It does when you deal with something dark like that.
Yeah, it does. It marks you a little. That's what I call like you get marked. I
Oh,
have been marked before like that. And man, you can find some sticky ones that stick with you for a long time. I had one that stuck with me for a very long time.
I'm definitely marked.
I am too.
I've
And it
got,
wasn't on purpose.
got the scars.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah, I've got. That's another one. Yeah, heart
Heart
palpitation.
palpitations. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the hair raising. Yeah. Fear. Yeah. It's something different when because if it's a human spirit, it doesn't put off that energy, that fight or flight kind of energy. But if you're up against something evil, man, yeah, forehead tightening, lower spine, yeah. And we've all of us have been gifted with this ability.
Yep.
It's beautiful that our bodies can signal us and say, "Hey, there's danger." And our eyes can't see it. Our eyes cannot see it, but our bodies can. And that to me is so special.
Yep.
Oh, Christy, that's terrible. Night terrors and sleep paralysis.
I mean, that's why we deal with it. We're one of the few teams that'll go out and deal with something dark. A lot of teams won't do it.
Yeah.
You'll see on their websites, call clergy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah, I do. I mean, I've had several spirits follow me home. One was I was in the kitchen cooking at my house, and I had just come back from an investigation at a jail. Was it a jail or was it South Pittsburgh Hospital? No, South Pittsburgh. I can't remember. There's been so many experiences, but nonetheless, I had just come back from an investigation, and I was cooking at the stove, and the microwave was right here, and so I could see my reflection in the microwave. So I was looking down at the pots and pans and I was stirring them. And somebody came up behind me and put their hands around my waist. And I was going to turn around and be like, hey, I'm cooking. You know what I mean? Like, leave me alone. I'm cooking our dinner. Not yet time for fun. And there was nobody there. There was nobody in the reflection. And I
Right?
was like, dude, you got to go home. You got to go back. I call it like a rubber band theory. Like they'll leave a place and it's like stretching a rubber band, but eventually it's going to go back in its shape. So eventually, boop, you let it and it snaps back to where it belongs. But attachments are so different. I have had several attachments. I actually had this guy from St. Albans follow me home, and it's quite the interesting story. He felt like he had so many different personalities. It's like sitting at a dinner table with endless personalities. And it was very loud. And like everybody was trying to talk over each other. They all had a story to tell. And he felt like he felt like everybody in his life, he gave a piece of himself, piece of his soul to everybody, whether they did him right or they did him wrong. They walked away or stayed with him with a piece of his soul. And this man felt like the only way he could move on and he could cross over is if he got all of his soul back. So he was looking for people who had pieces of his soul. And so with investigators coming in, it's very easy for this man to get confused with people.
Right.
He thought I looked like somebody who had done him right in his life. And so, of course, he's like, you know what? It's so easy to get a piece of my soul back from someone who never did me wrong. They'll give me my piece of my soul back, no problem. So he thought I was somebody, I guess I resembled somebody, or my energy was resemblance of somebody that did him right. So he came home with me. And it was the most torture I think I've ever been in, because it was so hard to think for myself, because it felt like he was in my head and he was showing me just gruesome stuff, some gross stuff, and it was strange. Well, then I was like, I'm going to have to meditate and take this guy on this ethereal walk back to St. Albans, right? I'm going to have to do this. Well, instead, he actually took me on the walk, and I woke up and I cried. I was crying when I woke up because he took me on this walk and he explained the whole thing to me, why he did what he did, why he came home with me. And he was very apologetic. He said, I now know that you are not the person I thought you were. I'm so sorry for invading your space. I'm just going to go back. So we walked, and then all of a sudden we're at the front doors of St. Albans. He turns and he goes on inside. It was so sad because all he wants to do is cross over, but he can't, because he has a belief system that he's banking, like he can't move forward without his entire soul intact. It was really sad. So that one got me. But it was, damn, that was rough.
Wow. Guy said he's got a picture of a Bigfoot he wants
Oh,
to look at.
that's cool.
So I posted my email in the chat. You can email it to me.
Yeah, that's so cool.
There's my email right there. So
Gosh, can you believe we've been on here for 2 hours?
yeah,
Wow. That went really fast.
Yeah, we still got quite a few people watching still too.
Yeah. This has been fun.
But yeah, I mean, this field is interesting. All right,
Yeah.
Tyler, awesome. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see. Gosh, I want
I'll
to see
I'll
Bigfoot so
check
bad.
it out for you and see what it looks like. And we all got connections to Bigfoot researchers too. So
That's neat. Yeah. In
Massachusetts.
Worcester, Massachusetts, USA.
Yeah, they're prominent in New England. I mean, I grew up in New England, so
Mm-hmm.
I hear stories of the Bigfoot, and we got the Catskill Witch, which a place where my dad used to build houses at. I remember going fishing there as a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
2 stones right here in the lake, which is the witch's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Great spirit turned her to stone.
Whoa. I love stuff like that. Wrong. Wrong. I think Bigfoot's everywhere. Like it's not like one Bigfoot. It's like there's Bigfoot, plural, big feet. Bigfoot tises.
And
But I think they can be everywhere. I mean, just like squirrels, you know? That's a great tune.
yeah, city slickers. Yeah, I know. Like I said,
Lame.
I grew up in New England. Everybody hears New York, they think New York City. They don't realize there's actually rural country areas in New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, go meet some of my mom's cousins over there. Some of them are hillbillies. I mean, they got beards down to here.
Yeah, man. That shows patience and dedication when they have a big old long beard like that, okay? It's a fact.
Those boys are true rednecks.
Yes. Rednecks are good. Rednecks are great. They're the best
Unfortunately,
people you're ever going to meet.
I hung around with them too much, so I got the same attitude they got.
Right? Right.
Well, my old boss used to call me my nickname, New York Hillbilly.
New York hillbilly.
Because
I'm going to call you that from here on out. I'll be like, I know this New York hillbilly.
he
His
said
name's Russell Reynolds. He's a pretty cool cat, man. You got to meet him sometime.
he always called me that. He says he's a hillbilly from New York.
That's so funny. Yeah, the city mindset. I can't do the city life. I
I
can't do city
can't
life.
either.
I can't. I'm not a city girl.
We got Kansas City here, and I hate it.
Chattanooga, Tennessee is too city for me, okay? I mean, Cleveland's pushing it, but I'm not a city girl. Definitely not.
Hey Tyler, just mention New York Yankees up there in Massachusetts to see what happens.
Are you trying to get him hurt?
I worked at the one
Yeah.
golf course in New York, and we had 2 kids that were going to college up in Massachusetts, and they're Yankees fans, and they were bringing all their Yankee stuff up there and hanging it up in their dorm room when they're all Boston fans up there.
Oh. Where are you in Australia? Are you central, Christy, or are you on the East Coast? Yeah, the woods, man. Investigating outside, at Lake Shawnee, because I've never really investigated for cryptids, and I'd really like to try it sometime because I know investigating outside is a whole nother ball game.
Did you ever do that trifecta?
The trifecta.
Yeah, it's paranormal, UFOs, and Bigfoot.
See, that's perfect.
It's in
That's
Kentucky.
perfect.
It's in Kentucky. The Pax Squat and Squatch Man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Haunted all puts it on every year. Uh,
Because investigating outside, like I said, it's on a whole nother level. And I know that because even Lake Shawnee, that place is awesome, but it's all outside. and of course you acclimate to things, certain sounds like tree frogs and whatnot, and you acclimate to it all, and then suddenly, you know, very, very rural. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, they do it at Fort Duffield, and that's owned by
That's cool.
Denise and Ernie Pack of Pac-Man Paranormal, and they do the trifecta out there. Get Haunted hosts that event, and so you get best of all three. You get the paranormal,
Mhm.
Bigfoot, and UFO.
That'd be really cool to do. That'd be really cool to do. You do it like all at the same time, or do you focus like do you
Yeah,
do one?
they break it into sections. So you'll do the paranormal for a while, and then you'll go out with Squatch Man.
That's great.
Squatch Man, he gets them going. I had Squatch Man on the show.
Yeah.
I actually got to meet him in person last year at Rock Island,
God, that's cool.
and they were actually getting ready to do. They had like a bonfire of squatches,
That sounds really fun.
and Greg Squatchman, he was headed out to get. He doesn't call them Sasquatch or Bigfoot. He calls them forest people.
Okay.
That's his.
That's cool.
That's his name for him. And
I can't do humans. Me either. Me either.
and he goes out there and he does something and he gets them going. They respond to him. He lives in the woods in Mississippi.
You know why? Because he's probably built a relationship of some sort with them.
Yep.
Just from being around so much. I mean, they acclimate to you, I'm sure.
I got to see
It's
some
neat.
of his evidence he had. He had it out on the table at Rock Island, and he had castings, fur, all kinds of stuff with Bigfoot.
That's that's what I'm talking about, man. I'd love to do that. That sounds fun.
'Cause
The
he told me
trifecta.
he's like, anytime you want to come out, let me know.
Yeah, man. Yes. You need to
And
you need
when he
to
did his podcast, he was doing it from the woods.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was out in the woods. He kept having service problems,
Well, I mean, yeah.
but he was doing it right there from the woods,
That is what I'm talking about.
and they live right on his property.
I like that.
He's, he took over. I think he's got his. He said he's got his family farm, which is over 400 and some acres. They live on. He's
Then
got
why not? Yeah. Why not, right?
said it's good Bigfoot habitat.
I like that idea. That's a great idea. You need to take advantage of that idea and you need to go. That's what
Yeah,
you need to do.
trying to get Carter too to go out on another one because I'm supposed to go with him. I want to bring my SLS camera out there.
Oh, that'd be cool to
That'd be
see
cool
what it would catch.
to put on that.
That'd be cool. Because just because you're out there looking for Bigfoot doesn't mean that you're not going to run into a spirit,
Yep. And
you know?
mine's heavily modified. It doesn't map out tables and chairs like most of them
Nice. Nice. Yeah, because you got to use your discernment with that
do. Yep.
when you're using the SLS because you gotta be careful where you aim it because if it's at a chair,
Yeah,
chances are it's debunked because you know.
where
Yeah.
mine doesn't map any of that out. It
Yeah.
only maps out a human figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what it is. We're going for the 5 hour one. Yep. We're making it.
yeah, we're only 3 hours short.
Yeah, right. Hey, it's been great. We've been doing it for 2 hours and 16 minutes. It's a new record for me. That's pretty
No,
damn good.
there was that deep uh, fried podcast that I was on with Len Dorman. That thing went 4 hours.
Woo! Must have been a good one.
Yeah, I was the guest on that show, and it went 4 hours.
Jeez, man. That's impressive.
The other one I was on with Coley and all them, that went almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't have 3 hours in me, man. It's been a long week, okay?
Not me. I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning, go to work in the morning.
Oh my word. Now are you on Eastern time?
I'm on Central, so
So you're on Central.
it's only
Okay.
10 here.
Okay. I was gonna say, because dude, it's like 11:17 here.
Yeah, it was weird when we went back to Mortuary Manor, trying to get used to Eastern time again.
Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Sure enough. All right.
Len is Len is funny. He's
Yeah.
the first thing he started talking about was strip bars and strippers.
Strip bars. Yes. Sounds like a fantastic opening.
I'm like, we're supposed to be on a paranormal podcast, and we're talking about strippers,
Yeah.
strip
He's
bars.
just breaking the ice. He's just breaking the ice. It's all right. Oh, that's good stuff,
Oh,
man.
I DJ'd in one night, one weekend. That was it
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Guy hired me for one night to play music. That was the last I DJ'd in there.
That sounds like fun.
And it was sleazy.
Sounds very fun. The bloody strip bars. Ha ha. Yep. Yep. That's
Yeah,
so,
those place that place was it was owned by an Indian guy.
yeah.
Guy didn't want to pay me for my work,
Yeah, no, we don't work for free.
and
No.
well, we got a running joke with my buddy Kevin out of there. So every time we say something to him about it, fuck you guys.
You're like, yeah. Yeah? Is that how you feel, buddy? So, if anybody has just popped on, go to the Tennessee Shadow Chasers Facebook page and ask us to invite you to the Smoky Shadows Retreat. It takes place July 16th, 17th, and 18th of this year, and it's in Bristol, Tennessee. And it's free. The whole thing's free. All you got to do is find a place to stay, and that's it. Because if you're on the list, you get in. If you're not on the list, you don't get in. It's exclusive, so you have to be invited. But hit us up on Facebook, by the way, and we'll get you the invite.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap up here because, like I said,
Okay.
get up early in the morning, go to work.
Yeah, you got to get up early. No, thank you.
Tasked with working on a golf course.
Mm. Hard work, man.
Oh yeah, I'm the assistant superintendent.
Yeah.
I'm one of the bosses.
Hard work. It's been fun. It's been fun. I've enjoyed the fire out of this. I'm glad that I was a fill-in. That
Yeah,
makes me happy because it was worth it. Everything happens for a reason, right?
my cousin Kathy. Road trip.
That's right.
You,
That's
you,
right.
you driving? He's the one
Should
that
I
drove,
say, yep, I'll drive. Yes. Good
he's,
night, Jeanette. Good night, Sandy.
he's the one that drove to Mortuary Manor. So
She's the one that drives. She's like, I'll drive. I got it. Y'all go to sleep.
he's also your cousin too.
Yeah. Is she really? That's so cool how you found out we were related. That's so cool. Hey, what can we say? We come from good stock.
Yep, I found more family.
Good night, Chris.
Yep, he's driving.
Yep. It's fun. We come from good stock. Absolutely. No doubt about it. 100%.
Well, her husband Brad is also part of the Ball family here in Missouri.
What was that?
Her husband Brad is also part of the Ball family.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Is
That's where we're all related from. Is from the Ball family, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Because
That is so cool.
we're related to her husband and related to her too because of the Reynolds side and the Sizemores,
That's so cool.
and I ended up finding some more family. Nathaniel Green is a relative of mine, and
That's cool.
he was George Washington's general.
Really?
Yep, Nathaniel Green.
Yeah, because we go back to George Washington's mother
Yep,
is where we this is that's where our lineage starts, right? Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. George's mom.
Yep. Well, I've got to get off of the podcast and go to bed myself. Oh, Kathy, that sounds so good. I love breakfast for dinner. I love it. All right, guys. It's been real. Good night. Yeah, don't get too far behind on that stream. That's right. Hop on to the next.
Yep.
So
Great.
many live streams going on tonight. We'll get off and let you guys, I guess, go on another one. Thanks for joining.
Being Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend,
Yeah.
uh, people need to take time out and acknowledge our veterans for Memorial Day.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
Nope. That's right. We owe them. All
So
right.
tell everybody how they can get a hold of you. They want to hook you.
Yes. The best place to, I mean, I have my own personal Facebook page, which is Aaron Hale. But I also, we have our team page, which is the Tennessee Shadow Chasers. Hit us up on the Tennessee Shadow Chasers page as well. And then, like I said, we're having the Smoky Shadows retreat at the Euro Shrine, which has since gone private. So you have to get in from invite only. And it's free, 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 free. So hit us up. And then if you ever want to go to the Euro Shrine, and we have availability, it's free. Nobody's going to pay to go in there anymore. It's because it's gone private, so it has to be by invite only. So definitely, we have the best retreat going on. There's going to be a witches ball. There's going to be tarot card classes. There's going to be tarot card readings. There's going to be aura portraits, past life regression. There's so much going on. There's going to be, honest to goodness, witches there for the ball. I mean, we have been planning this thing for a year. So we have every detail down to the last detail planned out. We've got giveaways, free giveaways of gifts that you're going to want to have. So yes, definitely hit us up. And we'll get you the invite because it's by invite only.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Russell, thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
On this show anytime.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'm gonna put you backstage for a minute, close the show out, and I'll be with you in a minute.
Sounds good.
In a minute. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Everybody have a safe, happy Memorial Day out there. Make sure you acknowledge the veterans and their sacrifice they did for this country for Memorial Day. Go out to a veteran's grave, put a flower on it, flag, and show your support for our veterans. As most of you know, most of my family were all veterans, family that fought in the Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. So we support all the veterans here at Beyond Life Paranormal Research Missouri, Cold Spotters Missouri podcast, and Beyond Life Paranormal Research LLC. We support all you veterans and have a safe Memorial Day weekend. And again, make sure you acknowledge the veterans. And remember, if you're being bullied in the paranormal field, you do have a voice. Nobody's better than anybody in this field. We're all after the same common goal to prove the existence of life after death. So, with that being said, stop being shitheads and work together and stop the drama. So, everybody, God bless. Have a good night, and we will see you Sunday night, 8:30, with my dad and I, and our special guest we have every week, Carol Garcia. And if Rebecca's feeling better, Rebecca will be on as well. So, everybody, have a good night. Stay safe. God bless. If you're investigating this weekend, travel safe. Have a good night, everyone.